What's going on, everyone? It's Token, and we are back with more VGC Climbing the Ladders. Today we still are going to be using our sand team. We're going to still be using our sand teams. Hopefully we don't get any sand in our eyes, sand in our toes, and we just have an actual good time, because in our first time using this team, we didn't have max happiness on Stellan. Then our second time using this team, we got stalled out by Stella because I didn't prioritize taking it out enough, and it was terrible. So hopefully today's episode goes really well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Definitely leave a thumbs up if you end up enjoying today's video, and subscribe if you're new for more VGC action, as well as lots of Pokemon related content. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get up on Nuzlocke later because I already recorded this, but OBS decided to malfunction and it didn't record anything that should have been recorded. So I was terrible. Ended up getting one game after that, and in the middle of that, OBS freaked out again, and then that game ended up going bad because I lost my focus. So we are here. Sorry if we dropped even lower than we were, and I haven't been able to prioritize playing because I'm recording before work, and then work takes up like the rest of my day, and I'm so exhausted after I get off. But hopefully squeeze in some time and I can ladder off screen so we can get a little bit higher, at least for the last two episodes of us using this team on Saturday and Sunday. Definitely want to be a little bit higher on the ladder. Hopefully we can just win our games today so we're higher on the ladder. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's hop right into it. I don't have much time to waste. Let's hop right into it and see what exactly we can do. But yeah, OBS has been giving me some issues. Hopefully it wants to be my friend for this take, not final take, for just this take, because I'll do it again if I have to. Unfortunately, I will do it again. And I don't even have my headphones in. See, that is how out of flux I am right now. Don't even have the headphones in. It's like, why do I hear absolutely nothing? Well, that is why you hear absolutely nothing. You have no headphones in. Okay, 13-11, not the best, but hopefully we can get this sorted. Yeah, mainly in that previous game is we do get a 1497 opponent from Utah of the United States, named Mr. Pleb, I guess, with a team of Tapu Lele, Kartana, Metagross, Tapu Koko, and Double Duck. Double Duck is scary, but at the same time we have a slower to set up weather, so it's actually not too scary. So I definitely am leading that, like certainly leading that. I also think Porygon 2 looks extremely strong here. Excuse me. And then maybe Gyarados. Maybe the dose. Yeah, I like Gyarados a lot too. But, excuse me. Well, I forgot what I was going to say, honestly, now. I was going to say something about... Nope, can't even remember what I was about to say. Let's just focus on this game and hop right into it. Let's just do that. So, alright, we do lead with our Sand Duel of Stellan and Gigalith as our opponent. Master Pleb. I think I said Mister the first time. Yeah, Master Plebe, or whatever. Pleb. Or Pleb? Pueblo? Or Pebbles? So, Peb? I don't know. I really don't know. Pleb. That's so interesting to me. Alright, my opponent does lead with the Metagross, though, which I should have seen coming a little bit more. That's a little bit of an issue just because Stellan can't really touch that, and it can get really hefty damage off on Gyarados. So on our Gigalith. So I actually kind of want to switch in. Still don't really like that play. Yeah, I still have to do it. I have to do that. I'm going to switch in Gyarados, predicting the Meteor Mash on that slot. And I'm actually going to go for a Giga Impact on the Lele because I actually really need to take it out. Yeah, I actually have to take out this Lele. I don't want to lose my Stellan here on turn 1, so I'm actually going to go for the Giga Impact on that slot and hope that that's enough damage to obliterate this Tapu Lele. Might protect. It does not protect. We get the Giga Impact off. That should take it out. And it does. Alright, that's good. That's good. I needed that gone. I could not take the Psychic on just Tapu Lele is just, it does too much damage to my entire team. I couldn't deal with that. So the Meteor Mash does come out, and it does go on the Gigalith slot. Still does almost half to us. And the Metagross gets the attack raise. Oh, that couldn't have been... the attack raise is just terrible. That is not what we needed to see. Especially because this thing can't be intimidated. That is not what we needed to see. And whatever comes in, or whatever my opponent chooses to go into, goes into the Tapu Koko. Not too surprising. Not too surprising. What we can do here is literally just protect and allow Stoutland to go down. Maybe shouldn't have went for the Giga Impact, but I likely would have just traded off Stoutland for the Lele either way. Well, I would have went for the return, and Lele would have went for some hefty Psychic move that likely would have took out Stoutland. I do need to look at those calcs though. I need to re-look at some Lele calcs on Stoutland. So Tapu Koko is going to protect actually, so that makes me want to have went for the Waterium Z on the Metagross. That would actually have been a great play because the Meteor Mash is likely on Stoutland as my opponent predicted our protect. So yeah, that wasn't the best. If this gets another attack raise, I might cry. It does not, so that's good. And our only chance of winning this now is pretty much trying to set up Trick Room and overpower through my opponent's team. Pretty much what I have to hope for is that my opponent will oh, we get a special attack raise. That's actually really good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Waterium Z the Metagross in case my opponent decides to double up on the Porygon 2, knowing that I have to go for a Trick Room to have any chance of winning this game. And I don't know, if Meteor Mash plus Thunderbolt takes out Porygon 2, we likely lose because I don't see Waterium Z taking out the Metagross. So I actually probably should have went for a Dragon Dance, honestly, just to counteract in the case that Porygon 2 goes down. Yeah, Dragon Dance would have actually been the better play, so I actually should have thought about that a little bit longer. Considering that, yeah, if Porygon 2 is doubled up on and it somehow faints from that, I do think it can live a +1 Meteor Mash and Thunderbolt. I do think so. Porygon 2 is a freaking beast in defenses. But, oh no, it's Taunts Koko. Well, that's game. I think that's game. Or I believe that's game. I don't see how we win this one now. I literally just can't. I don't see how we win. We will go for the Waterium Z on the Metagross, but yeah, I don't see how we win unless we get like a crit with this. I don't think this takes out Metagross, even at neutral. I don't think it does. Metagross is very offensive and very bulky. That's why even with its shoddy... Oh my... Oh, we got the crit. Well, that's insane. We got the crit we needed, but it just ever so slightly still wasn't enough to take out Metagross. That's why people just still use it, even when considering that it is... Okay, $1 million question here, but that's the reason people still use Metagross, because it's really bulky, but as well really offensive. Even though its 2 stab options and Zid Headbutt and Meteor Mash can both miss, it kind of evens out with the fact that Metagross just has a very solid typing, can't be intimidated, and it's very bulky as well as offensive, and that's a lethal combination together, and that's why Arcanine's used a lot, bulky and offensive, really nice. Here I can kind of see my opponent predicting the protect and going for the double on Porygon 2, so I'm actually going to EQ, trying to predict that, and I will just Thunderbolt. I'm gonna try to predict it. If I don't get it right, and the Meteor Mash does go out onto our Gigalith, then that's going to be game. So we'll see what happens. We also get paralyzed, so that's always fun. Please say that was on Porygon 2. No! Why would you target that? Why would you target that? I keep forgetting how low ladder I am, and I keep trying to make plays that make more sense higher up on the ladder, and people are making really low ladder plays, and they're throwing me a little off. I think definitely doubling up on the Porygon 2 made most sense for my opponent. But I guess with me being taunted, I wasn't that huge of a threat, so I should have definitely just protected. But with Kartana in the back, there's no way we won that game either way, so that's GG's. That is GG's. GG's to my opponent. Real unfortunate they got that Meteor Mash attack raise. That just put too much pressure on my Gyarados, even from the Metagross, that it would more than likely be a little comfortable being in front of. Not unless the well, yeah, I think that was actually banded Metagross, considering that it still went for it. It never switched up its move. So I'm pretty sure that was banned in Metagross, so with the fact that it was locked into Meteor Mash, we would have been in a good position if it didn't get that attack raise with Gyarados. It wouldn't have taken so much damage, and I maybe could have pulled that one back, but still would have been pretty hard. I should have probably prioritized being an Arcanine, considering my opponent had double Steel types. So that probably would have been smart. But yeah, we are on a downward slope, so hopefully we can get back into a groove and get this going. But after already recording this episode and it going decently well, and then just pretty much not having it recorded, I am a little deflated, and it's hard to get back into that mindset, honestly. So hopefully we can just finish this off with a win, and that'd be good. That'd put me in a good mood. So hopefully we can just finish this this episode off with a win. So we do get a 15-29 opponent from Tokyo, Japan, and they are going to have a team of Mimikyu, Silvally, or Savali, that I've been hearing people pronounce it like. I never really knew how to pronounce it. So let's go Savali, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Tapu Lele, and Drifblim. So my opponent has some interesting options for leads, as they can lead with that Mimikyu Savali and just explode right away, or they can lead with the Drifblim Lele Notorious Duo as well. I think either way our sand offense is best, because if it's Mimikyu Savali, I definitely won't take the explosion well if my opponent goes for it with Stoutland, but I'll take it well with Gigalith, especially if I just protect. We don't have Wide Guard, which is a little unfortunate, but I felt like we definitely needed the other moves that we have on it more so. Tapu Koko definitely in the back in case my opponent leads with Drifblim Lele, so that I can wall charge that Drifblim before it could set up any type of Tailwind and stuff like that as I bring in Tapu Koko on our Gigalith slot. And then what do I need as a final member, though? That is the $1,000,000 question. I think Porygon 2 actually looks pretty strong, but so does Gyarados. I think Porygon 2 should be the call, though. Should it be the call? Yeah, because there's 2 ghost types, and it's good to have as many as normal types against those ghost types as possible, in my opinion. But maybe not. We'll see exactly what ends up happening. We'll see what happens. So my opponent actually leads Tapu Koko Savali. What? What lead is this? What? Alright, that's one of the last things I expected as a lead. Like, one of the absolute last things I expected to see as a lead. Still, I'm not really, still might just see a Protect and an Explosion from the Savali. So, I'm going to protect Gigalith, and I am going to go for a... Should I just go for a Wild Charge on the Savali? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's boosted by the Psychic Terrain, by the Electric Terrain. That's what I'm going to do. We protect Gigalith. Tapu Koko does not protect, so it is going for damage. So that's unfortunate to see. We will get this Wild Charge off on Savali, and that does great damage. We will take the recoil as well as our Life Orb damage. So that's not good, especially considering that we should be taking some good damage here pretty soon. Parting Shot actually, oh, the double into our Gigalith. So that didn't work out for my opponent the way they probably envisioned. And here I'm hoping that they think I'm actually going to target that Silvally slot again. I always forget that this thing gets Parting Shot. Definitely a new Gen 7 move that you just kind of forget what exactly gets it. Alolan Persian's only known for Parting Shot, so that's why I always expect it from that. But Savali also has the Explosion that is going for it. That is something that it can use that makes it viable. So it's a little different when you're trying to predict what exactly Savali is going to go for, as opposed to Alolan Persian when it's only known for that. But here, what we'll do is I really don't care about a Parting Shot on our Gigalith. Savali does switch out, thinking that my opponent thinking I was going to target that slot again. That's great. Hopefully this return takes out Koko. If my opponent did not protect, they did not protect. So hopefully that takes it out. And it does take it out, so that's beautiful. Now we'll also get a Stone Edge off onto this Garchomp if we do so hit it. Unless it's Sand Vow or something we could miss, and we do actually miss the Stone Edge, which is fine though. We do still have Ice Fang. Talking is not my strong suit, I guess. It just is not. Lele is going to come in, which is definitely a huge threat. But what we can do is Rock MZ that Lele as we do go for a Ice Fang on the Garchomp. Hopefully this isn't Scarf Garchomp. Actually, that actually wouldn't even be the best for my opponent. We'd live that with both of these two. A Rock Slide, an EQ, so that wouldn't even matter, honestly. So Continental Crush to Lele, and we Ice Fang the Garchomp. We're the fastest thing on the field. Let's see exactly how that goes down. See how it goes down. Ice Fang. We do hit the Ice Fang. And it does OHKO the Garchomp. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That is beautiful. And now the Lele is going to go for damage. Likely just get rid of our Stoutland. Probably tired of seeing Stoutland do so much. Yeah, so Stoutland's gone, so we won't get the 4-0, but it's fine. It's fine. And then we'll get that Rocky MZ off on Lele, and that definitely will take it out. So that's a good way to bounce back. And I do think my opponent will probably just forfeit after this turn, so that'll give us enough time to get a third game, which is always really nice to be able to creep in there. So Continental Crush onto the Tapu Lele. Like, this team is definitely really good. It's just sometimes there's just interesting matchups for it, such as the Gastrodon matchup and such as the Celesteela matchup. If you put yourself in a poor position, I don't think this team's actually that weak to Celesteela. I got the Rocky MZ for. I have the Rocky MZ, which does hefty damage. Stone Edge in general does good damage, and then I also have Tapu Koko and Arcanine. So and Thunderbolt on Porygon too, but that really hasn't been doing them much, as I've been seeing some really hefty, especially defensive Celesteelas. But I have lots of other options for it, so I don't think that the Celesteela's matchup's that bad. I do think the Gastrodon matchup could use some work though, but I couldn't fit Toxic onto Porygon 2 anywhere, so that still is remains a pretty. I can't really improve the matchup in the way I would like, but maybe I could get someone. Maybe you guys have a suggestion on how to improve this team's matchup against Gastrodon. Let me know if you do. That was good though. Did pick up that win, so now we are hopping to another game. That went well. So alright, one last game. Hopefully it's not a long one. I just really want to bounce back from the hecticness I had to deal with before this, where OBS was just freaking out on me and didn't record anything. So I do think it's best. As we do get an opponent from Japan, and I just definitely want to bounce back from that. And okay, they're using what appears to be Cancer, as they are using Carbink for some reason. Chansey, Gastrodon, Gyarados, Alolan Marowak, Kangaskhan, and Araquanid. So, I do not like what I see. I do not like what I see at all. Do I just lead Sand? I still think Sand's my best option as a lead. I do still think bringing Tapu Koko makes a lot of sense, unless that Marowak starts to cause a little bit of trouble. That'll be annoying. Definitely could be annoying. I really want to bring P2. Do I bring P2? I do think it's smart to bring P2, but it's not like it has Toxic or anything, and its damage output's going to be terrible on this Chansey. So I'm a little off-put. But I really want Intimidate for the Gyarados. I guess I can DD up with my Gyarados and get higher. Yeah, definitely let's bring Gyarados. But alright, looks like we're going to have to face a little bit of a Cancer's team. Chansey's definitely known for just evasion, so just going for double team and shenanigans like that. And I don't even know what Carbink is known for. I know it's a bulky Pokemon, but it has 0 offensive power, and it really can't stall in the way Chansey stalls. So we'll have to wait and see. As we get a Carbink Kangaskhan lead, what is this Carbink going to do? What is that Pokemon going to do? Should I be afraid? Should I be alarmed? What should I be? I'm just going to return the Kangaskhan, likely get faked out on the Stoutland slot, maybe on the Gigalith slot, and I'm just going to go for a Stone Edge on the Carbink slot. Kangaskhan can do decent damage to Stoutland here, but it can't really do too much to Gigalith, so I'm not really too worried about that. We do see a Protect from the Kangaskhan, and knowing that this is in VGC 15, that is something that I should have took as a light, something that could likely happen more so. We do see the Trick Room get set up. I did not know that Carbink got Trick Room. That's unfortunate that we missed the Stone Edge. But yeah, I didn't know Carbink got Stone Edge. I did not know that. I mean Trick Room. I did not know that. That's fine though. We'll switch into Gyarados and I will just EQ. Just going to go for the EQ damage, see how much this can do to these two. Kangaskhan's going to withdraw into Chansey, so the Cancer's starting early. Getting a head start on this Cancer. We will get damage off on the Chansey before it's able to go for that with the EQ, and then I can also go for the Rock MZ afterwards, because Gigalith, unless it's Iron Ball Chansey, is definitely the slowest thing on the field, so that's good. It's definitely slower than the Carbink, so that's good to see. We'll see exactly what this Carbink goes for. Maybe some like power swap shenanigans, maybe. Get a crit on Chansey, that sucks. Guard swap, what does that do? What does that do? I think it switches their stats, so I think this, I think the Chansey is actually going to be much more defensive now, which is fine. Do I just double into it? Yeah, I should just double into it. So yeah, we're just going to waterfall into Chansey, and we're definitely going to Rocky MZ that Chansey. So let's double into Chansey. Hopefully it doesn't protect. Carbink actually protects, so that's, I'm glad I didn't target that. So Carbink protects, Rock MZ into the Chansey. I think it's much more defensive now, so not the best, but we'll see how much this can do. We're fortunate enough to get the Earthquake crit, so that was good. So Rock MZ into Chansey. Really don't want to be in a stally war with Chansey. Really don't. How much does this do? That's not much damage. And we take a Seismic Toss. Actually doesn't even go for the minimize. That actually is really surprising. And we get the waterfall off. Chansey takes Sandstorm damage. I think an EQ should be enough to take it out. An EQ is definitely going to be enough to take out this Carbink. So even though we're in Trick Room, I'm actually going to set up a DD. I know that kind of sounds stupid, but I actually want the offensive power that that's going to provide us. So I'm going to go for an EQ. Should take out both of these two Pokemon, and then I'm going for that Dragon Dance, especially because there's only 2 turns left. So 2 turns left for Trick Room, so should be able to protect the next turn if necessary, and then Gyarados will definitely be the fastest thing on the field once Trick Room goes down on that following turn. So goodbye the Carbink. Interesting strategy that my opponent went for there, but I'm not sure it's the smartest, especially since they didn't go for minimize. If you're using Chansey, go for minimize. Even how cancered it is, like if you're using Chansey, you might as well go full cancer. So Sandstorm almost actually takes out Chansey, and I do think the Sandstorm's actually going to subside this next turn. So unfortunately, if Chansey like got a double protect or something, I don't think the Sand is going to be able to take it out. We'll see exactly what my opponent goes into. They go into the Kangaskhan, so they do have fake out support for them now. So that makes me want to, let's make sure the Sands, yeah, this is the last turn Sam, so they won't be taking Sandstorm damage. So there definitely will be a fake out on our Gigalith. I already see it coming. Chansey does get like soft boiled, so that's unfortunate. Do think he'll be able to recover a decent chunk of health. The fake out does come out onto Gigalith, and I do think we'll see a soft boiled from the Chansey. Yes, we do see the soft boiled. We do see it. That's gonna get it back up to a pretty decent amount of health. It should do good damage though. And it does. Fortunately, Sandstorm subsides though, so now Gigalith is back to being the slowest thing on the field, which definitely sucks. I probably should have just went for another Dragon Dance there, to be completely honest. Probably should have just done that. I don't really see Kangaskhan as the biggest threat right now though. Let's see, what else do I have? I think I just have, yeah, I don't want to bring either of those two in. Want both of those to get free switch-ins, so yeah, I'm gonna double up on Chansey. I don't see, oh, Chansey protects, that's fine. I do not see Kangaskhan as the biggest threat right now, so that is fine if Chansey wants to protect. I just want Chansey gone. I want to deal with it. Double edge onto the Gyarados. Doesn't take us out, and Kangaskhan will do a decent chunk to its own health, which is fine. I have a feeling that Kangaskhan, I'm actually going to protect Gyarados. The waterfall is not going to take out Chansey, then Chansey's just going to go for a soft boiled, so we're going to be stuck in a redundant battle with that Chansey. So I'm actually just going to let it soft boiled. I'm going to protect our Gyarados, and go for a Stone Edge on Kangaskhan until Chansey shows me minimize. It's actually not that huge of a threat. It's just kind of stally, which is fine because once Coco comes in, it's going to have those boosted Thunderbolts, which should do a lot of damage considering that the guard swap happens. And if I do know that move correctly, oh, and of course we get perfectly to the Pinch Berry for the Kangaskhan. But yeah, if I do know that move correctly, what exactly it does is it pretty much swaps the base stats of the Pokemon. So Carbink being really defensive, switch that over to Chansey, and Chansey being really specially defensive, switch that over to Chansey. Or Chansey, switch that over to Carbink, sorry. But anyways, let's go for the Waterfall on Kangaskhan. Oh my lord, I just doubled into this Kangaskhan. God freaking, oh, this is getting so annoying. This is really starting to bother me now. As the Seismic Toss will likely take out, it will take out our Gyarados. That was a bad play on my end. I forgot that the Kangaskhan showed that it had that move earlier, so that was a bad play on my end. What we can do now is we go into Tapu Koko though. And we Thunderbolt and Stone Edge. Thunderbolt, Stone Edge the Kangaskhan. It did protect last turn, so it cannot protect again. Hopefully this is enough to take it out. We are modest. Yeah, it's enough to take out the Kangaskhan, which is great to see. And Chansey just goes for a Seismic Toss, likely on Coco, and it is on Coco. It's actually a really cool animation. There's a thumbnail, honestly. And that does like no damage. That does like no damage. So I honestly see a Protect from Araquanid and another Seismic Toss. That would make most sense to me. So I'm still going to Stone Edge into the Araquanid slot, but I'm not. Yeah, as Araquanid does protect, so, but I'm not going to Thunderbolt into it. It would have been best if I just doubled up on Chansey, but I didn't want a chance that it did attack, and that we didn't do anything to stop that. And these Thunderbolts are actually doing nothing to Chansey, so we're actually in a little bit of a predicament with this, more of a predicament with this Chansey than I actually thought from the start. We'll get the Thunderbolt off onto that Pokemon now, and I will just go for a Rock Slide because I don't want to use my last Stone Edge on a possible Protect. Protect doesn't come off. Can this take out Araquanid? It does. That's good. We'll likely lose Coco this turn though. As another Seismic Toss. Okay. We do hit the Rock Slide, but the million-dollar question: can this Giga Impact take out Chansey? Can this please take it? I think it should. That's like that's a ton of damage coming off a Stoutland with the Life Orb, Stab, Giga Impact. I'm going for it. If it doesn't take it out, I might cry. I'm just going to Rock Slide. It's just unfortunate Gigalith is slower than Chansey. If I could... Yes, and there we go. Goodbye, Chansey. That can also be the thumbnail. That was Giga Impact looks amazing. Goodbye, Chansey. No more cancer. That is going to be game. So GG's to this opponent. Actually ended up giving me a better game than I expected, but that Chansey just ended up stalling out. And they were getting their predictions right with the Protects. Pretty much they have to do that with that team. It's definitely not the best team. I don't think I played against it. I don't think I played the best against it, but however, we were able to best that really annoying Chansey. Let's not save the replay, and let's call it an episode. So thank you guys so much for tuning in into today's episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. If you did enjoy yourself, definitely leave a like. Like I said, it really goes so far with supporting the channel, and drop a subscribe if you aren't subscribed already for, like I said, more VGC action and lots of Pokemon related content. Appreciate the support either way though, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Peace out.